Hello friends, this is Jasu Bakuhatsu, and welcome to Let's Play Super Talking Time Brothers 2, The Last Levels. This is an expansion to the Super Talking Time Brothers 2 Mario game, which is a Mario game created by members of the Talking Time Brothers video game discussion forum. It's just sort of a side project they did, I guess. It's not technically a ROM hack per se. It's Super Mario Brothers X is like this sort of like a Mario emulator that has its own editing tool. And yeah, it's reasonably popular for making custom Mario games. And in my opinion, of the ones I've played, Super Talking Time Brothers 1 and 2 were pretty much the finest examples you could find of games created using that editor. I was a huge fan of the previous two Super Talking Time Brothers games. Really just fun and creative, a lot of cool surprises and just humorous references and whatnot. And for those reasons in particular, it made me think that when I heard that the new game was coming out, The Last Levels, the expansion to Super Talking Time Brothers 2, I heard that when I heard that was coming out, I thought that it would be a really good game to do sort of a blind Let's Play of, because of all those things I mentioned, like the creativity and the neat surprises and the sort of constant references to other video games that are surprising and amusing. It just seemed like it would be a really fun game to do a blind Let's Play of. And so yeah, that's the reason that I created this. Oh, and we've got a nice little title screen here. He says, pretending to be surprised. I've actually recorded this intro already to get my settings in order. Who gives a shit about that? And now we begin the game proper. So yeah, really excited and curious to see what they'll do with this. Prepare the Starbase propulsion. Actually, so we aren't starting on a world map here. That was one difference between the previous Super Talking Time Brothers 1 didn't have an overworld map. Instead it had sort of a hub area where there were like a whole ton of pipes that led to different areas, and then each pipe led to a different level, and that's sort of how they had their hub in that game. And then Super Talking Time Brothers 2, they actually... Okay, looks like there will be a world map. Oh yeah, and as you can see, they've got quite a few characters to choose from here, including Link, for some reason. Actually, that'd be interesting if they actually... In the previous Super Talking Time Brothers game, you could also play as Link. I never did it, or thought much of him, because that would just be weird playing Link in a Mario game. By myself. I assume that's intentional. That is definitely intentional. Oh, is that? Oh wow, this is a lot of text for a Mario game. I don't know if I should be reading all this. That display console looks familiar. I think that might possibly be the display from DuckTales? I'm not sure. So is this... The first Talking Time Brothers game was fairly non-linear. There were... Okay, it looks like we do need to actually make it to the different teleporters in order to use them. But yeah, the first Talking Time Brothers game was quite non-linear. You could go to almost any level right off the bat. There were only a few certain, typically boss levels, were cut off behind... star limitations, similar to Super Mario 64, where you need to clear... Yeah, like those star doors there, presumably. I need how many doors? 10 stars to enter. So yeah, these are item rooms. They did the same thing in... Oh, and I do get some items here. Super Talking Time Brothers 2 did the same thing, where there were... as you got more stars, you unlock different item rooms to sort of make things easier for you. Man, there's a lot of... Oh god. Can I talk to all of these guys? Okay, I am not going to talk to all these. I'm kind of eager to get to the meat of the game. Although I don't know. There could be valuable clues or hints, or you know, that'll be some incentive for you watching this to play the game. Yeah, if you really want to go through and read all of the text and get all of the comedy out of that, you can play the game yourself. For me in this Let's Play, I think I'm just going to be mainly focused on actually playing the game and getting through the levels. So this is one thing I read about, and they're sort of on the download page. They mention how the game is kind of unusually structured, and that there's basically 2 paths you can take through the game. So yeah, you can basically go left or right at the beginning, and the game will like completely. It's like those 2 paths apparently don't merge for like quite some time until like the very end of the game. So it's actually like not just 2 different paths through this particular world, but actually 2 different paths through the game, which is interesting. Kind of curious to see how that plays out. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to handle that yet. If I'm still going to play every single level world by world, like clear all of World 1 on both paths. I screwed up my turtle shell there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna try and play through, like go through all the levels in World 1 on both paths and then just go through that way, or if I'm maybe instead gonna do all of one path, go right to the end of the game, and then go all the way back to the start and do the other path. I guess, okay, let's decide that right now. I am going to play. I'll go one path at a time. So yeah, I'll go make it to the end of the game on one path, and then go back to the start and replay on the other path. So yeah, this actually right here is an item that I don't think has appeared in any Mario game. Maybe one of the new Super Mario Brothers game. I haven't played all of those, so maybe those have a piranha plant item in them. I don't know. There is one item in the Super Mario Brothers X engine that they included that it wasn't in the old Mario games and was taken from the new Super Mario Brothers games, and that's the Ice Flower. That's one thing I saw in the previous Super Talking Time Bros games that I know was not in the original Mario games. It was taken from new Super Mario Brothers. So, yeah, that was kind of a neat little kind of standard grass world to start, or grass level to start things off. I don't know why it always has to be the grass levels to start off these Mario games. I guess you could say it's like tradition at this point. Oh, it looks like we are changing things up. We're in Mushroom Land. Mushroom Hill, Mosey. Oh, that's cute. I always... Sonic and Mario are just things that go... You wouldn't expect it, but they go together so well. Every time you see a Sonic thing and a Mario thing... Ooh, I got a Tanuki suit. Surprised to see that this early in the game. But anyways, yeah, just... yeah, you got Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. I guess if you've never played a Sonic game before and you don't know why I'm all of a sudden talking about Sonic the Hedgehog... Okay, I was thinking I maybe might die there. The name of this level, Mushroom Hill, is one of the levels from Sonic and Knuckles. And the music in this level is also from that level in that game. And actually... okay. And yeah, they're throwing tiny mushrooms at me, which is, yeah, these are sort of... And they look like the mole enemies from the Super Mario Brothers 3, but they're throwing like little blue mushrooms at you, which is what the similar-looking mole enemies from Sonic and Knuckles did. So that's cute. Or do these actually knock... Oh, okay. Because yeah, the ones in when the moles in Sonic and Knuckles would throw mushrooms at you, you wouldn't actually sustain a hit, and there were coins down there. Is this safe? Okay. That's one thing about sort of what... ooh, that's interesting. Oh, oh, this is awesome. And so yeah, this is like, yeah, and this is modeled after like the special stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And yeah, assuming that it is modeled just like those stages, I believe hitting one of those red coins. So yeah, that's really cool. Because yeah, this is like modeled after the blue sphere special stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So yeah, that's really cool, and I'm gonna have to... Oh, if I spin jump off... I'm not quite... Oops. Oh shit! Oh shit! Damn it. That was embarrassing. I wasn't sure how much height control you get out of a spin jump. Can I redo it? I can't. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to that. And actually... Yeah, I completely forgot about the hidden stars in this game. That's sort of a thing... Like, there's your regular stage exits, but all of, like, the... Like, you can just play through the stages and beat them, and that's fine, but, each level has a hidden star in it as well, which are used for sort of unlocking bonus things. Like, there's probably, like, an extra world, I would imagine, that's locked away behind a star door. And you saw those item rooms earlier that are locked behind star doors, so if you want, you can just ignore the stars, but you'll be sort of missing out on a lot of the game's content that way. And, yeah, in the original Talking Time Brothers game, you'd just get a star for finishing a level, and some levels had multiple exits, but star basically meant... That sucked. Star basically meant exit in the original Super Talking Time Brothers, but in Super Talking Time Brothers 2 and now this game, it's like its own separate thing. They're hidden in each level. And oftentimes cleverly hidden, and oftentimes badly hidden, I've found, based on the previous game. And speaking of which, I don't believe I found the star in this level. It'd be really nice if they could show you on the overworld map which levels you've got stars for. But yeah, from what I understand, Super Mario Bros. X is very restrictive in sort of what it lets you do, especially on the world map, so I can understand why they might not be able to give you some indicator right on the map as to whether or not you've got the star. So, last time... I think it might be up in the air, maybe? Or no, I flew up there last time, so maybe it's down here and I missed it? Okay. Okay, that was easy enough. So will the peep make the star appear, or will it make... Okay, it's a red coin collection thing. And hopefully that'll make the star appear. There it is. So yeah, that's an example of a hidden star. And yeah, that was sort of probably the biggest problem I had with the previous Super Talking Time Brothers game. It wasn't really a huge problem or anything, it's just I thought some of the hidden stars could be kind of obtusely hidden, and I thought they were just kind of in like dumb places where I think, or at least places I thought were dumb where I would have never thought to look at them. It wasn't that bad, and there weren't too many of them that pissed me off. In fact, I'd say the large majority of them were like very well hidden, and I always felt really special and clever for being able to find them, which is really... Did I just... Oh. I can stomp as... Is that just a... So if I jump in the air and press down, I can do like a butt stomp as Yoshi. I don't know if that's just this color Yoshi, or if that's all Yoshis that can do this, but... Oh, and I'll bet. There it is. Or, yeah. Oh, I did that last time, that's right. I missed the goal thing, too. Yeah, I thought that he was just doing the stomp by, like, just plain jumping. But yeah, apparently you have to press down. So yeah, that's one star. And yeah, as you can see, I got the star, but nothing is shown up on the level to indicate that. And I know where the star is here, I just have to not screw up my bonus stage. Actually, one big difference between Super Mario Bros. X sort of controls and Super Mario Bros. 3, I don't know why I did that, which is mainly the physics in this engine resemble Super Mario Bros. 3 more so than any other Mario game, I think. Which is kind of an interesting topic in itself, how different the actual physics of the different Mario games are. It's like, yeah, Super Mario Bros. 1 actually controls quite differently compared to Super Mario Bros. 2, which itself controls quite differently from Super Mario 3, and Super Mario World, which also is slightly different from Mario 3. Personally, Super Mario Bros. 3 is the game that I sort of am the most familiar with. I didn't own a Super Nintendo as a kid until like many, many years after it came out. It's like I had a Genesis from like 93 to 96, and then in 96 I think I got my Super Nintendo. So, and by that time, Super Mario World was kind of an old thing by then, so I never actually got too into Super Mario World. It was Super Mario Bros. 3 mainly was the one I played as a kid. And it was the same deal with the Nintendo, actually. I didn't get my NES until fairly late in the system's life cycle, so I never played the original Super Mario Bros. Much either, because I started with Mario 3. So basically what I'm saying is I should be reasonably comfortable with the physics in this game, and a bit of a missed opportunity there. I think it would have been really cool if they'd have played the Chaos Emerald sound effect there for when you get the star, just in this one level. I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much. I don't know how flexible Super Mario Bros. X is with letting you do custom sound effects. Although it must offer you a fair bit of flexibility, because they've got Sonic the Hedgehog music in here. Okay, so now I have to just get to the end of the level without dying. So yeah, this is a really this is an example of like the kinds of fun surprises that and references to other video games that I really liked about the previous Super Talking Time Brothers game. It's just, I don't know, some people tend to think this sort of thing is like kind of, I don't know if unprofessional would be the word, but just kind of, I don't know, like kind of just fanboyish retardation. Like it's just kind of, I don't know. Some people have a problem with these sorts of references to other video games, and frankly, okay, so now I can't, oh, now I can butt stomp, I think it's just a matter of screwing up the diagonals on my controller. We got Raphael Ravens here. Raphael Raven's a pretty cool character. I wish we'd see him come back more in future Mario games. Actually, the only reason that I like him at all is because I probably wanted that shell. But yeah, the only reason I actually care about Raphael Raven at all is because I liked his theme music the most in Tetris Attack, so he was the character I always played as the most. And he also had the most annoying sound effect for whenever you did a combo or chain, so that was also fun. Okay. I'll bet there's like a hidden star in here or something. Okay, this is a perfect time to... Oh, I wanted to keep my leaf in the box there. Perfect time to test things out. Apologies if I'm like getting sidetracked. I feel like I was in the middle of like a train of thought previously, and I forget, and I'm like got distracted from it, and now I can't remember what I was talking about. That's just gonna keep happening. So, yeah, if God forbid any of the Super Talking Time Brothers devs are watching this, I'm sorry for not providing an entertaining LP for your game, but you know, I'm still working on it. I was just so excited to play this game that I figured it's just something I had to do, because I was so eager to play it. A lot of... Wow, this is so many different like things going on in this level. We had like the space on the outside, then we went to the ice level on the inside, and now we're down and further. It's plants and the Yoshi's Island background. Just... Oh, this level's all over the place. So yeah, anyways, I was thinking, I was mentioning how Mario Brothers 3 is sort of the Mario game that I'm most familiar with, and for that reason I'm sort of happy that this game, the physics in this game resemble Super Mario Brothers 3 more so than any other Mario game. Although I don't think I got around to my the disclaimer that I am not actually any good at Super Mario Brothers 3. I think I've only actually beaten that game non-warp maybe like once or twice in my life many years ago. So I believe red Yoshis can walk on lava. That's like a thing. Okay. Or no, it was the red shoe. Oh well, at least I was right at the checkpoint. That's why I knew it wouldn't matter. So one other thing that they... So yeah, as I mentioned and you saw, I am not particularly good at Mario games. Oh, that was a nice little secret here. And that's our secret star. Oh, Jesus! Those were... I think those were homing Koopas. That's... there's... Yeah, one of the enemies, I guess, in this engine is like a homing Koopa. Like Koopas who will just, instead of either flying back and forth or flying straight forward... That was really bad. Okay, get it together. Get it together, Jasu. But, yeah, one of the enemies that I remember from the previous Super Talking Time Brothers game that I don't think were in any Mario game I remember, at least. That was bullshit. Are these blue-shelled flying Koopas who would just sort of slowly accelerate and home in on your position. And I don't remember those being in any other Mario game. Maybe they were in Super Mario World, but those Koopas were like a big kind of source of trouble for me in a lot of areas in the previous game. They're just a huge pain in the ass, and situations like this always piss me off, where they just throw like a bunch of them on like the same screen at once, and it's just a real hassle to deal with. They did mention on the download page that since this is not a sequel, it's its own game. It's like they say it's like an expansion pack to Super Talking Time Brothers 2, but apparently it's actually bigger and has more levels than that game. So, oh, this is a hidden exit level, it looks like. But yeah, anyways, they mentioned that since this is an expansion, the difficulty level starts out much higher than... that makes me mad. Oh well, I'll just come back here and get it next time. But yeah, since it's an expansion, they mentioned that the difficulty level is a lot higher than you might expect from like a standalone Mario game. And there's nothing here except the key in the keyhole, and I fucked it up. Oh, very nice. Except I don't have a platform. Okay. Oh, it's all good. And yeah, I'm really noticing that, like 2 or 3 homing Koopas on one screen in like the 3rd level of the game. That is some... like, they weren't kidding. They aren't, like, screwing around with the difficulty in this game. So I hope I'm good enough to, like, not make a complete mess of this LP. So yeah, I guess we like delved through ice and forest and lava, and I guess I think that might be... Yeah, they mentioned it's a Planetoid. Maybe that's like sort of the theme they were going for. And I think I'm gonna go back and, just so I don't forget, I'm gonna go back and get the other exit right away. I think, so I guess the idea is, I guess that you're like traveling through like the center of a planet, and there's like a forest in the middle for some reason. Yeah, you travel down through like ice and forest and lava in the center of the planet and then come out the other side. Maybe that's what they were going for with this, and that's why it's kind of like all over the place in terms of the graphics sets it's using. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Ooh, and there's stuff up here too. I wonder if there's anything like even further. Let's just fly. And yeah, actually, I wonder if you even go through the center of the planet on the alternate path. Because yeah, I went down like kind of a hidden pipe there. Or not really a hidden pipe, but, you know, a stompy pipe. And why did I stop? There's probably something up here. Okay. A black Yoshi. I don't know what those do. Because yeah, it looks like the Yoshis do kind of have like different powers in this game. The purple one can stomp, the blue one before shot out ice blocks after swallowing enemies. Oh right, the thing that started the whole tangent about the Super Mario Bros. 3 controls. It's one of the... Oh, I can go back up the pipe, apparently. The big thing that set off that whole tangent was one of the big differences between Super Mario Bros. X and Super Mario Bros. 3 is the way that the raccoon power-up works. Is in Mario Bros. 3, you'd sort of like rapidly tap the button, and I don't want to replace my Tanuki suit. You'd like rapidly tap the button, and that would make you kind of float down. He'd like wag his tail, and that would cause him to float down slowly. In this game, it doesn't do it that way. You hold down the button, and that's what makes you sort of slowly float down. And I'll keep my Tanuki suit and get the fire flower. And that's a nice little bit of level continuity. The bullet bill shooting. The giant bullet bill that you saw earlier, that's the launcher for that. And I think this is just the part of the level I was at before. Whoa. Oh, whatever. There's another Yoshi right here. Whoa, that... I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not, but that was really strange. So yeah, the red Yoshi's power wasn't lava walking, it was swallowing Koopas and spitting them out as fire. And yeah, this is no longer relevant, but yeah, there's 3 homing Koopas there, that's messed up. Though I guess it's not too bad if you don't lose your Yoshi like a dumbass, like I did the previous 2 times, and... But yeah, when you're on those, like, bouncy... the bouncy music note blocks, it makes things a lot more difficult to handle there when you've got to hold down the button. Okay. Oh, can I... I can't stomp to get that, unless... Okay, that's clever. That's clever, but I'm not. Okay, high jump over the block there. Ah, the frickin' mushroom. That's one thing that's always kind of bothered me about Mario games in general, is like... The mushroom is always the most difficult power-up to get, because it's like... It's the only one that'll, like, get away from you. The fire flower, it just kind of sits there, the leaf and the cape kind of float down, but they don't move side to side too much. The mushroom, though, you've got to chase it, and you never really know which side it's gonna come out on. Or actually, I think in this engine, or in some Mario games, it's not randomized, it'll just always run away from you. But even that's just kind of a hassle to deal with. And, like, the mushroom is the one power-up that you, like, really want to be able to grab consistently. So it's always bothered me that, like, the one... Because, yeah, if you're getting a mushroom, that means you're small Mario and you're, like, in trouble, and you really need that mushroom. Because otherwise you're in danger of dying in one hit. And actually, if I get this blue shell, I can just fly. Perfect. So yeah, the mushroom is, like, the one that's the most important power-up, and the one that you really don't want to miss, but it's also the one that you, like... That's the hardest to get. Which makes it, like, more likely that you're gonna stay in small form. I don't know, it's just one thing about the Mario games that's always just kind of bothered me.